All right, we're going to get our program started. I'm sure there's going to be more people joining. I know there was one problem with the link on the Facebook page, which I just changed and fixed. So hopefully people will be able to log in. But we're going to get started. And like I said, definitely keep chatting in the chat box throughout our time together. And we'll have a great evening. So thank you all, first of all, for taking some time on your Sunday night to tune in. It's so wonderful to see all the names and faces of people calling in from all over the country. We've even got a few international staff planning to come onto the call. So being able to connect this way is definitely different for us who are used to being at camp for Alumni Day and used to hanging out at the waterfront. But I am grateful to be able to see all of you and to take this time to really celebrate what a strong community the Chingachgook family really is. Normally this weekend we would have had perfect weather for an Alumni Day yesterday, and we'd be getting ready for our session 3-day hikes, and our campers would be making their way all the way up the superhighway to Tall Pines Field to have a program that we call Chapel. And this is one of my personal favorite evening programs that we run, and it's had many iterations over the years, and it's just a time for us to reflect and really think about the session so far and get ready for our adventures that we're going out on and the new hikes and the hike groups that you're going to be meeting. So we take some time to reflect and just sort of enjoy being in the beautiful surroundings of the Adirondacks and listening to staff and campers sort of share their reflections on the session in the summer so far. And while I'd love to be sitting with everybody and all of our campers all together right now, we know that it was, while a very tough decision, the safest decision for us to unfortunately not run this summer. But through events like this, we've still been able to connect with alumni and to connect with our current campers and staff. And it has really shown us how strong the Chingachgook family really is. While we are certainly very lucky to be nestled in the Adirondacks and have the beautiful waters of Lake George, we've learned over these past few months through these really challenging times that the thing that brings all the magic to Chingachgook is all of you. It's all the people from many, many years of camp who can come together and remember their time fondly and always help us through tough times. I think one of the biggest lessons that every Chingachgook kid learns is how to try and fail and try again. And I know that throughout these times, those types of skills have really been helping us cope with everything going on. So thank you for taking some time to reflect this evening. Like I said, we're sad we can't be together, but we are constantly impressed over these past few months about how many people have reached out, how many people have told us they've been doing Zoom calls like this with old camp friends, or just kind of sharing on Facebook different memories and what camp means to them. And all of it really shows us that it's so much more than just a place. And we're so glad and so grateful to have all of you as part of our camp community. And we're glad that you've been supporting us through these times. We had a lot of different Chingachgook kids provide us with some great performances for our chapel tonight, and we're really excited to share those with you. And we thank you all who have supported us so far through our More Than a Place campaign. We have been working this whole week to raise $2,020 that the Alumni Committee has graciously agreed to match for us if we're able to get. We are about $280 just shy of that, and so we hope that as you get inspired throughout this program, that you may have a chance to donate and help us kind of reach that goal. So again, thank you for joining, and I'm going to get started with our chapel program. So if we were at camp together, this is the portion of our evening where we would ask all of our campers to take a moment and close their eyes, and we're going to start our program. I want you to think as if you are surrounded by all of the trees and tall pines. You're sitting on the field next to your cabin mates. Your counselors are maybe telling you to quiet down as we get ready to start, and you're feeling comfortable and getting excited for what the evening will bring.
your glass gingerbread. I love ham gingerbread. I love from top of Buck Mountain to the front gate. I love from leaving one away. I love every cranny and nook. I love canned gingerbread. I love all those birds and the bees. I love all the flowers and the trees. I love everywhere I look. I love canned gingerbread. I love canned gingerbread. I love
Everyone, I'm Sync Rowan and I'm gonna play Lost in My Mind by The Head and the Heart. Put your dreams away for now. I won't see you for some time. I am lost in my mind. I get lost in my mind. Mama once told me you're already home where you feel love. Lost in my mind, I get lost in my mind. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Oh, my brother, your wisdom is older than me. Oh, my brother, don't you worry about me. Don't you worry, don't you worry, don't worry about me. Ooh, 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 ooh. How's that brick lane coming? How's your engine running? Is that bridge getting built? Are your hands getting filled? Won't you tell me, my brother? 'Cause there are stars up above, and we can start moving forward. Lost in my mind, much. Have a wonderful evening.
Good evening, Camp Chinchacook family and friends. My name is Billy Rankin. This is my wife Sarah and our son Johnny. We're a little older and some of us a little bigger since we were last at Camp Chinchacook, but we think about the camp and Lake George and we miss it often, as I know so many of you are this summer. We're staying healthy at home here in Kentucky. We hope that you're healthy and well also, and we're happy to be part of this virtual chapel this evening. Every summer, at the end of the closing session, there was a poem that I would read to all of the camp counselors. It's by Ralph Waldo Emerson. It's called Success. And we wanted to share that with you this evening. To laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics and to endure the betrayal of false friends.
To appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social situation.
To know that one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have succeeded.
Take care, be well, have a good evening.
Ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Hi, Camp! We're the Sharkies, and we're super excited to be performing at this little chapel for you. Cool. Ready? Can you hold it a little more? I'll be the church, you'll be the steeple. You'll be the king, I'll be the people. Well, I was feeling such a mess, I thought you'd leave me behind. Well, I was feeling such a wreck, I thought you'd treat me unkind. But you helped me change my mind. I'll be the sun, you'll be the shining. You'll be the clock, I'll be the timing. Well, I was feeling such a mess, I thought you'd leave me behind. Well, I was feeling so upset, I thought the sun never shined. And I fight forever. Hey, love, we've been best friends forever, darling. That's what's up. Forever, no matter what. You've got my love to lean on, darling. That's what's up. You've got my love to lean on, darling. No matter what. You'll be the book, I'll be the binding. You'll be the words, I'll be the rhyming. Well, I was feeling such a wreck, I thought I was losing my mind. Well, I was feeling such a mess, I thought the sun never shined. You'll be the bird, I'll be the feather. We'll be the best of friends forever. Well, I was feeling such a mess, I thought I'd leave me behind. Well, I was feeling such a wreck, I thought you'd treat me unkind. Then I'll find forever, and I honor. Loving is our all. Love goes on forever. Yeah, loving is our home. All right, thank you. Thank you.
Hey Ginger family, this is Bert Krause, Camp Ginger Cook alumni, member of the Alumni Council. Just wanted to share a couple words with you this summer. I know that we were all disappointed we couldn't be there in person, but as we all know, camp is more than a place, and those relationships and the friendships you make will be everywhere with you at all times. Sometimes it happens when you drive across the country and next thing you know you're having an ice cream cone with somebody in Seattle, you know, a million miles away from camp. Sometimes it's right there in your backyard, and sometimes it's over a Zoom call for a virtual campfire. But it's all very important. It'll stick with you for as long as you want, and as long as you build those relationships, it'll always be with you. And camp needs our help this year, so if you have the ability to donate, please do. We're matching gifts up to about $2,000. From the Alumni Council. Any support is definitely helpful, and hopefully we'll see everybody soon. Stay safe and stay healthy.
Hey camp, I'm Matt. I'm Tom. We're the Stoke Bros. We're missing chapel extra hard tonight, so we thought we'd do a song for you guys. I famously messed this up in 2011, so this is my redemption run. Here we go. There was a decorated general with a heart of gold. They likened him to all the stories he told, of past battles won and lost and legends of old. A seasoned veteran in his own time. On the battlefield he gained respect and fame, with many medals of bravery and stripes to his name. He grew a beard as soon as he could to cover all the scars on his face, and always urged his men on. But on the eve of great battle with the infantry and dream, the old general tossed in his sleep and rested with the meaning. He awoke from the night just to tell what he had seen, and walked slowly out of his tent. All his men stood tall with the chests in the air, with the courage and the hearts and the fire and the stare. And it was a gray morning and they all wondered how they would fare. So the old general told them to go home. He said, I have seen the others and I have discovered that this fight is not worth fighting. Oh, and I've seen them others, and I will no other to follow me where I'm going. So take a shower and shine your shoes. You got no time to lose. You're a young man, you must be living. Hey, take a shower and shine your shoes. You got no time to lose. You're a young man, you must be living. Go now, you are forgiven. Yeah. Oh. But all the men stood tall with the guns on their shoulders, not knowing what to do with the contradicting orders. The general said he would do his own duty, but he would extend it no further. The men could go as they pleased, but not a man moved. Their eyes gazed straight ahead, till one by one they stepped back, and not a word was said. The old general was left with his own thoughts echoing in his head. He then prepared to fight. He said, I have seen the others, and I have discovered that this fight is not worth fighting. Oh, and I've seen them others, and I will no other to follow me where I'm going. So take a shower and shine your shoes. You got no time to lose. You're a young man, you must be living. Oh, take a shower and shine your shoes. You got no time to lose. You're a young man, you must be living. Go now, you are forgiven. Yeah. forgiven. Go now, you are forgiven. Go now, you are forgiven. Go. Oh, go now, you are forgiven. Go now, you are forgiven. Go now, you got to be, yeah. Go now, you are forgiven. Go now, you are forgiven. Go now, you got to be, hey. Woo! Thanks, everyone.
One of my favorite parts about chapel is sharing a story with a deeper meaning. Today, I'm going to be reading The Sneetches by Dr. Seuss. I hope you enjoy. Now, the star-belly Sneetches had bellies with stars. The plain belly Sneetches had none upon ours. Those stars weren't so big, they were really so small. You might think such a thing wouldn't matter at all. But because they had stars, all the star-belly Sneetches would brag. We're the best kind of Sneetch on the beaches. With their snoots in the air, they would sniff and they'd snort. Will have nothing to do with the plain-bellied sort. And whenever they met some, when they were out walking, they'd hike right on past them without even talking. When the star-bellied children went out to play ball, could a plain belly get in the game? Not at all. You only could play if your bellies had stars, and the plain-bellied children had none upon theirs. When the star-belly Sneetches had frankfurter roast, or picnics, or parties, or marshmallow toast, they never invited the plain-bellied Sneetches. They left them out cold in the dark of the beaches. They kept them away, never let them come near, and that's how they treated them year after year. Then one day, while the plain-belly Sneetches were moping and doping alone on the beaches, just sitting there wishing their bellies had stars, a stranger zipped up in the strangest of cars. "My friends," he announced in a voice clear and keen, "my name is Sylvester McMonkey McBean. And I've heard of your troubles, I've heard you're unhappy, but I can fix that. I'm the fix-it-up chappy. I've come here to help you. I have what you need, and my prices are low. And I work at great speed, and my work is 100% guaranteed." Then quickly, Sylvester McMonkey McBean put together a very peculiar machine. And he said, "You want stars, like a star-belly Sneetch? My friends, you can have them for $3 each. Just pay me your money and hop right aboard." So they clambered inside, and the big machine roared, and it clonked, and it bonked, and it jerked, and it burked, and it booped them out. And the thing really worked. When the plain-belly Sneetches popped out, they had stars. They actually did. They had stars upon theirs. And when they yelled at the ones who had stars from the start, "We're exactly like you. You can't tell us apart. We're all just the same now, you snoofy old smarties. And now we can go to your frankfurter parties." "Good grief," groaned the ones who had stars from the first. "We're still the best Sneetches, and they're still the worst." But how, now, in the world we all know, they all frowned, "If which kind is what, or the other way around?" Then came McBean with a very sly wink, and he said, "Things are not quite as bad as you think. So you don't know who's who? That's perfectly true. But come with me, friends. You know what I'll do? I'll make you, again, the best Sneetches on beaches, and all it will cost you is $10 eaches." "Belly stars are no longer in style," said McBean. "What you need is a trip to my star-off machine. This wondrous contraption will take off your stars, so you won't look like Sneetches who have them upon theirs." And that handy machine, working very precisely, removed all the stars from their tummies quite nicely. Then, with snoots in the air, they paraded about, and they opened their beaks, and they let out a shout. "We know who is who! Now there is no doubt, the best kind of Sneetches are Sneetches without." Then, of course, those with stars all frighteningly mad To be wearing a star now is frightfully bad. Then, of course, old Sylvester McMonkey McBean invited them into his star-off machine. Then, of course, from then on, as you probably guessed, things really got into a horrible mess. All the rest of that day, on those wild screaming beaches, the fix-it-up chappie kept fixing up Sneetches. Off again, on again, in again, out again. Through the machines they raced round and about again, changing their stars every minute or two. They kept paying money, they kept running through, until neither the plane nor the Starbelly knew whether this one was that one, or that one was this one, or which one was what one, or what one was who. Then, when every last cent of their money was spent, the fix-it-up chappie packed up and he went. And he laughed as he drove in his car up the beach. They'll never learn. No, you can't teach a Sneetch. But McBean was quite wrong. I'm quite happy to say that the Sneetches got really quite smart on that day. The day they decided that Sneetches are Sneetches, and no matter the kind of Sneetch on the beach, that day all the Sneetches forgot about stars and whether they had one or not upon Mars. Thanks, everybody.
This is The Wild Hunt by The Tallest Man on Earth. I hope you enjoy. There is a crow moon coming in where you keep looking now. It is the hollow month of March now sweeping in. Let's watch phenomenons, they rise out of the darkness now. Within the light, she is my storm and heroine. An old machine's abandoned by the ancient races stand. I hear them humming down below and hollow word. Oh hell, I guess I don't know how I will go under too. Just for now, I let the spring and storm return. I left my heart to the wild hunt coming. I live until the cold, and I plan to be forgotten when I'm gone. Yes, I'll be leaving in the fall. Oh, oh. And I will sleep out in the glade just by the giant tree, just to be closer while my spirits pulled away. I left a nervous little boy out on the trail today. He's just a mortal to the shouting cavalcade. I left my heart to the wild hunt coming. I live until the cold, and I plan to be forgotten when I'm gone. Yes, I'll be leaving in the fall. Oh, oh. Let's open up the windows, have Satan departed now, and we'll be even when the blues fall down like hell. Hell, I don't even care no more about Kideho now. If he's a white one or a black one on the trail. I left my heart to the wild hunt coming. I live until the cold, and I plan to be forgotten when I'm gone. Yes, I'll be leaving in the fall. Oh, oh. Yes, I'll be leaving in the fall. Thank you guys so much. Love you all.
I have over 50 years of love for Camp Chingachgook. That's a lot of love. breeze. I love all the flowers and the trees. I love everywhere I look, you know. I love Camp Chinchickook. Yeah. Have a nice day.
Hi everyone, I'm Jean, or Jeannie Ringwald. I'm going to sing Somewhere Only We Know for this virtual chapel. I used to sing this song when I was a counselor in the junior girls unit as a lullaby, and then I also sang it sometimes on 46ers. So I'm hoping this song will make us all feel connected to each other. I walked across an empty land. I knew the pathway like the back of my hand. I felt the earth beneath my feet. Sat by the river and it made me complete. Oh, simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting old and I need something to rely on. So tell me when you're gonna let me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. I came across a fallen tree. I felt the branches, are they looking at me? Is this the place we used to love? Is this the place that I've been dreaming of? Oh, simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting old and I need something to rely on. So tell me when you're gonna let me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. And if you have a minute, why don't we go talk about it somewhere only we know? And this could be the end of everything, so why don't we go somewhere only we know? Somewhere only we know. Somewhere only we know.
Hi camp, my name is Mary and I'm so glad to be here with you in this virtual campfire. I hope you're doing well on this Sunday. If you, like me, are thinking about what you'd be doing at camp, I play a game with myself and I, at different times of the day, just say, if I was at camp, what would I be doing right now? And right now, on this Sunday afternoon, I'd probably be getting ready for hikes maybe, packing up your bag, or maybe like going and trying out a canoe or a kayak, hopefully taking a swim because it's always hot on hike prep day. And then we'd all get ready and go up to Tall Pines for chapel. And chapel's a really special time. We reflect on ourselves and camp, where we've been, where we're going, all sorts of things. And so in the tradition of camp, I decided what better thing to do right now in this virtual campfire than to reflect on camp itself. I mean, that's what it is, time reflection. And since I'm not at camp, I can reflect on all the wonderful memories I've had at camp throughout the years. And so I invite you, like me, if you haven't already, to go into your camp memory box or your trunk or wherever you keep all your camp stuff and take a look and see what you find. I opened up this folder of mine. I have had this for so long, over 10 years, and I haven't looked at it in a long time until now. So it was really fun to go back through all the memories. You can see here it says my name, Mary and Caitlin, because we lived together in the summer of 2009. We were co-counselors in G9, and it was an amazing summer. Caitlin, I love you. So, and I stole this from the garden. Sorry, garden took it from you. Let's see. I have endless notes from people throughout the years, which made me smile so much. I have, let's see, here I have a session theme right here. I think the theme was the kingdoms, so there was a lot of like kingdoms. It could have been a color war situation. It might have been, I don't know. But I have a bunch of these around. I love the session schedules. I always kept those as a kid. Here's one that's really fun. We used to, actually after hikes, have hike presentations where we would present to all of camp and a series of judges our experiences on our hike. So every hike group would get up and do a skit or a song. And so on this particular one, we did a rap. This is a giant mountain rap. It was very good. I remember actually doing it. I remember the song even that it was when I read this, which was fun. And I don't know if we won or not, but at the end of the day, I guess that doesn't really matter. We had fun, and that's what it's all about. And I also have tons of lyrics throughout the years, of songs I've sang and opening and closing campfires. I've got my patches. Oh, and of course, you can't have a memory book. Where is it? Without my candle. And it's in here somewhere, but I can't find it. Your candle, of course, from closing campfire, which everyone needs to have at least one candle on hand. You never know when you'll need it. So I had a lot of fun going through my memories and reflecting on all the amazing experiences and friendships I've made throughout the years. And I hope you do the same today, during or after this virtual campfire, to bring camp close to you. If we were going up to chapel tonight and making that big banner and doing skits and songs and having a theme, if I was going to pick the theme, I'd probably pick the theme change. We've had a lot of change in our lives throughout the last couple months, throughout this whole year. Not only has camp changed, but also school has changed, work has changed. I mean, really just our everyday lives have changed. And some change is for the good, and some change is not always for the good. Sometimes change can be for the bad. Sometimes change can be really hard. I know change has been really hard for me. But one thing I know that never will change, no matter what, is that camp family is forever. And the magic and the spirit of camp is lasting. Even when we're not at camp, even if we don't have camp like we didn't have this past summer, camp still, that spirit still lasts, and that won't change no matter what. So in the future, hopefully we are back at camp and back together, not online like this. And in the future, I hope that we get to celebrate each other and we get to be in person. Maybe it'll be normal just like it was. Maybe it'll be a new normal, and that's okay. Things do change. But again, the love that we have for camp and really the love we have for each other, that will never change. And that's the most important thing. In the spirit of change and the theme of change, I actually was reflecting on that, and I realized that actually chapel has not always been the way it is now. I'm sure many of us who are watching this know lots of things have changed in the last 20, 30, 100 years of camp. I mean, lots of things have changed in 100 years. And chapel actually used to be totally different. It was a totally different thing when I was a kid. And then in around 2009, things changed. Some really lovely, brilliant people, Ken and JKR and others on program, decided we need to do something different before hikes. And so they decided to make it more of a reflective evening that everyone could take part in. And so on that first chapel, actually wasn't at Tall Pines, it was up at Chapel Rock. And a bunch of people sang songs and did stories, and we had a moment together, a moment of togetherness before we went out into the woods. And so in honor of that togetherness in that first chapel, I thought I'd sing a song that I sang at that first chapel. So with two of my friends, Ryan and RJ, we sang a song, and I'll sing a little bit of it now for you because I think the lyrics still hold true even now. You'll have to forgive me, I don't play musical instruments, I'm not that skilled, so I'm just gonna sing it a cappella. And the world is made of energy, and the world is electricity, and the world is made of energy, and there's a light inside of you, and there's a light inside of me, and the world is made of energy, and the world is opportunity, and the world, it's made of energy, and there's a light inside of you, and there's a light inside of me. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Yeah. We're gonna see sunlight. We're gonna see sunlight. Yeah. Thanks, everybody. Have a great chapel. I love you, I miss you, and I hope to see you soon.
Oh, hear thy folk in happy song, Chinjacook, Camp Chinjacook, where laughter rings the whole day long. Chinjacook, Camp Chinjacook, thy lofty mountains rise on high, Lake George's waters sparkle nigh, where friendships grow and never die. Chinjacook, Camp Chinjacook.
From the shore of Lake George, the summit of Bucktown, we miss you on every square inch of Camp Chinjacook tonight and all summer long. And we're so happy that so many people joined us tonight for the virtual chapel and our virtual alumni day. Big shout out to our alumni committee for everything that they do to keep the fabric of camp so strong and to support us now more than ever with matching gifts. So for all of you new and veteran campers, staff members, and Chinjacook faithful, we're so happy that you're here to support camp, and we're so grateful. Big shout out to our very own, the Queen of Summer Camp, Janae Andriozzi, for an incredible virtual program and for keeping all of us connected throughout the summer and beyond. As a longtime alum wrote to me at the beginning of the summer, tasks may have come early, but we'll wake up tomorrow. And those words are stronger and more true now than they ever have been before. We've got a lot of good things to look forward to here at Camp Chinjacook, and we can't wait to welcome all of you back right here on the ground as soon as we can. Thanks again from the Leffner family, from everybody that's connected with Camp Chinjacook. We couldn't be more grateful. So thanks so much for showing up tonight and always showing up for Camp Chinjacook. Good night.
Thank you, John. And I know a few of you may not have heard all of that, but we are so glad to have a way to connect even in this summer while we have to be apart. So thank you for tuning in tonight. I know we would prefer to be together down at the waterfront here at camp, but being able to see so many friendly faces from all across the country has been really wonderful. It's just another example of how strong the Chinjacook family is and how, with support from your camp friends, we can get through anything. And so thank you so much for continuing to connect with your Chinjacook friends, your fellow CITs and aides from the years you were at camp, and for making sure that that Chinjacook spirit stays strong through this summer. So thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And because of all this support through this summer, we're going to make sure this Camp Magic is ready for all campers for many, many years to come. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening, and we can't wait to be together soon.